Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 21 of 9, episode 1, Koko no tsu koko no ka koko no iro. So, last time we had the moment in the replay where we were in the classroom and talking to Yoichi about his adventures on the internet trying to find Kujo cosplay. And that is the moment when Ms. Naruse invites us into the classroom to talk about Kujo's mysterious happenings with her hair clip, I guess you could say, where she's worried about it and wants it exercised. It is there that we get where she asks, Ms. Naruse, I should say, asks us to walk Kujo home. We do say okay at the time. But last time, I don't think we walked her home. The reason why I say that is because when we later on we find Kujo. Actually, I can't remember the exact sequence of events correctly. It's been over the weekend already. But we spoke to Kujo, and it gave us a choice if we wanted to walk her or not. And when I got that, I'd realized that I couldn't remember which one it was. Should I walk her or not? But I decided to walk her because I felt like I didn't, and then in a sense that was the right choice because we got right text, which is great. So over that walk to the cafe, it was because she thought she had work to do that day. We got to know a little more about her. I can't exactly recall some of them. I know it was a little bit more about her grandfather. Unfortunately, it's a bit hazy for me. I'm sure I'll remember later on. But yeah, so we ended up at the cafe. She went to the back, and we went through the front. And then when we sat down, getting ready to order, she sat down in front of us, disheartened to know that she had made a mistake and that her work is not today. I remembered something similar about that last time where she said she unfortunately didn't have work that day. I can't recall. But anyway, so right now we are talking with her about can't remember exactly. Talking about the food and how he's always eating here and not eating at the place at his home and all sorts of things. So yeah, let's carry on, shall we? No, not yet.
好きなもの頼んでください。お礼にご馳走させてね。
You know you don't have to do that.
どんな小さな恩にも報いるべし。我が家の家訓なの。
That's right. He's got a lot of family mottos, I should say. Wow, family motto. We don't have one of those. Or was it her grandfather's words, I should rather say. She's got a lot of those sayings.
そうなの？
Unless you count, don't be picky.
あ、うちもあるそれ。
Unlike on the way here, the conversation doesn't peter out. It's pretty smooth sailing. Well, aside from me not being able to look Kujo in the face due to some lingering embarrassment.
ごめんなさい。注文しなきゃだね。
Right, if all I have is a glass of water, I'll probably get stuck with a new nickname.
ウォーター先生？
I can understand why they went with the Duke of Drink or something like that, because they're both these like Duke drink type thing. But it's not anywhere near Japanese in a sense. Water is obviously water, and then sensei can either mean teacher or your person who taught you, or a doctor. I actually don't know in this situation what it would be. but yeah. Or maybe the Sultan of Sip. Saripan Sensei. Saripan? I'm not too sure what Saripan is. Sariban. Maybe it's kind of like Sultan. I don't know. Sariban. Oh well.
あ、そっちの方がいいね。
Surprisingly enough, we're getting along really well. There's a lot of giggling and laughing. I was all ready to curse her for pushing this on me, but with how great this is turning out, I guess I owe a thank you to Miss Nadese.
Oh, おっせえじゃねえか。
The moment I get home, my good mood gets positively demolished. I can't remember what it was like when we first saw her on the previous route, because obviously we got home a lot earlier.
もう待ってたのに遅いよもう。
And if I remember, this is the night we meet Sophie. No, not meet her, but she appears in our room. I never agreed to meet you.
察して、兄なら妹の気持ちを察して。
Quit being absurd. Wait, how did you get in here?
合鍵。
I didn't give you that.
そう、渡してくれないからお願いって頼んでみた。
Damn you, Dad.
ちょろかったですわ。
The way she says it is always so funny. Boy, does he ever spoil you rotten. I stifle a sigh and throw my bag on the bed.
言ってなんだよ。
It didn't even hit you.
はい。
Why are you here?
空きスペースの確認。
I'm not letting you bring your stuff, nor are you living with me.
ちっくそ。
Go home.
こんなに待たせておいてそれ言っちゃう？
Never asked you to wait at my place.
一緒にご飯食べたかったの。たまにはいいでしょ。
You eat, you go home. Deal?
やったー！もっく行こうもっく。
Yeah, fine. I'm gonna change, so give me a minute.
おーい。あ、そうだ兄やん。
Hmm?
ファイナルビルダーズでニーニが頑張って作ったお城、きれいさっぱり解体しておいた。
Wasn't there something about some she got rid of, like his save or something? I can't remember. There was something about it last time, but it wasn't this, so that's interesting. Okay, take your ass home.
おいしかったー。ごちそうさまでしたー。
And now we're back to the present in terms of yellow text. I can't believe you made me fit the ball.
いい女は財布を持ち歩かない。
I think you meant an outrageous freeloader. Beat us already.
はいはい、帰りますよ。あ、今日定期忘れたから切符買わなきゃ。
You had your wallet this whole time?
じゃあねー。
She waves her hand and vanishes into the station. I'm beat. Then on my video. Time to go home. Remember to myself, turning around to head back. This must be around when after-school clubs start getting out. I passed by a bunch of students in uniform. So, let's see. I went to Narbol, I came back home, and then I had to go right back out again. Salad was sorted to boot. Oh, it's new text. I thought so. I knew this sounded a bit weird, different than normal. I can't remember exactly if we went to Narbol last time, or if we did, it was with sword. No, I can't recall. Because the going home, going to Narbol, going home, then going out again, and then with that, it just sounded new. Okay, man, no wonder I'm beat. I need to get home and get some rest. Whew. I make it back home, a little worse for wear. Thanks to Sora, my bed is a mess. All the manga she read without my permission are just lying around wherever she left them. And now it's back to normal. She really gets on my nerves. Hmm? An unfamiliar object is resting beside my pillow. A plushie? Did Sora leave this here? Hang on a sec. I recognize this thing. The same one I found at the shrine. What is it doing here? Or maybe Sora just happens to have the same kind of door and she just left it here? Maybe she's harassing me and she was behind both incidents? No, I'm probably overthinking things. No way would Sora even know about me finding the door at the shrine last night. In that case, she just plain forgot her plushie here? Man, give me a break. Disappointed at how much I freaked myself out, I take the plushie and put it on top of my bookcase. Right, time to tidy up. Guess I'll clean this mess up and hop into the bath. Okay, so nothing there either.
知ってる？あの噂。
Ah, here we go. Here's the stone. So unfortunately, we could do nothing about averting that situation. I was really hoping something like that wouldn't happen. When I first found out that we had kind of gone back in time or done a replay of it, hoping that his abilities tied into it and we'd be able to avert some situations that happened before. That unfortunately did not happen. Lunchtime. Take a bite of my mediocre sandwich from the cafeteria and engage in mediocre small talk with Yoichi.
公園の
Yeah. 公園の
ベンチに
I remember talking about that last time. At the parks bench. Yeah.
石像が座ってるって。
Of what?
女の子の。
That really is the only thing you can talk about, isn't it?
別に女の子だから食いついたんじゃないよ。
Liar.
嘘だけど。
See?
めっちゃくちゃよくできてるらしいよ。今にも動き出しそうなんだってさ。
Ah, man. There goes the city again, wasting more money on dumb promotional crap.
なんで死が出てくんの？
The city manages the park, don't they? Why don't you just see them making a statue of a girl from the anime? Trying to milk a little more out of their investment?
そうじゃないっぽいよ。近くに学校あるじゃん。あの偏差値のお高い。
Oh yeah, Kuho?
そうそう、九宝女学院。そこの制服着てるんだってさ。
Uh-huh.
昨日まではなくて、今朝ね、犬の散歩に公園行ったら座ってたって。
Are people actually talking about this?
ん？
The only one who even cares about it is you, isn't it?
うん。別にそんなに話題にはなってないね。女子が話してて、僕が詳しくって割って入った感じだね。
And so, why'd you bring up the statue that nobody cares about?
確認したくない？
Check work goods.
ちゃんとパンツまで作ってあるのか。かける、たまにそういう目するよね。心底呆れてる目だよ、それは。
Yeah, I remember mentioning it last time how the way he talks sometimes. I just hope you've seen it before, seeing as I give you this look several times a day.
おかしいよ、かけるは。性欲ないの？ホモなの？
You dumbass, don't just shout stuff like that.
ホモじゃないなら見に行こうよ。すごいらしいから。ほんと生きた人間をそのまま石にしちゃったみたいらしいから。芸術品としてもきっと価値のあるものだって。見に行こうよ。
Sorry about that in between there. Why are you so hell-bent on this? You can say all you want about art appreciation.
それ、私も言っていい？
I wanted to mention that I was thinking that she was probably going to... The reason why she's so interested now that we know is that perhaps because she has her ability, she knows about her ability at this point in the story. And now she knows, okay, this is probably tied into the anime, to that story. So there's possibility that this is due to someone else's power. What? We're both so shocked to see her cut into our conversation that our eyes go wide. Even all the girls who are eating with Kujo until a moment ago are looking on in shock.
九条さんも見たいの？パンツ。
Knock it off.
ごめん、冗談。石像見に行くだけだよ。公園の。
昨日まではなかったんでしょ？
Last time, I can't recall what our thoughts of Kujo doing all of a sudden being interested in this. Because at this point we had no idea about abilities whatever in this story. I remember thinking that the statue was probably just some random girl who's just sitting there all still. Still remember how I thought about that.
そうみたい。
だとしたら、早朝か深夜に運んだことになるでしょ？
ああ、そっか。そうだね。
それって変だなって。公園のモニュメントを市が作ったにしても、設置するならお昼とか迷惑にならない時間にしないかなって。
Huh. Interesting. Now that you mention it, it is kind of weird.
ね。不思議でしょ？
Yeah, no question about it.
かけるも興味出てきた？
Pains me to admit it, but yeah, I am. Basically, someone else must have put it there for their own reasons.
アートだよ、アート。反社会的な。シャッターにスプレーで落書きする。あれと同じノリだよ。
Okay, I didn't notice this before, but here they say like tagging an underpass is what it uses English. But in Japanese they use the word shutter. I don't know if you know about how some shops have those like metallic shutters that they close in front of their stores. I think people used to spray on those. I think this is what it's being mentioned here. Spraying the shutters. I think they're using tagging an underpass because I think Western side, more American, would know about that instead. I don't know. Art, huh?
なんだか気になっちゃって不思議だなーって。一緒に行ってもいい？
いいよ、僕は。かけるもいいよね。
That's a fine question considering I haven't agreed on going yet.
じゃあいいよ。九条さんと二人で行くよ。
Good point. You can't be trusted. I'll have to come along. It'll be the three of us.
そっちの二人は？
Yoichi invites Kujo's friends along as well. They glance his way and shake their heads, looking dubious. I remember talking about this last time as well, but I still can't believe her friends didn't agree. Just letting Kujo go along with two boys in a sense, you know?
おう、振られちゃった。
Well then, I guess it'll be the three of us going to inspect this so-called work of art.
ありがとう。じゃあ放課後に。
With a quick bow, Kujo returns to her seat.
びっくりした。僕、九条さんとちゃんと話したの初めてかも。ガンガン話しかけてくるタイプなんだね。
Apparently we've been reading her all wrong. She might actually be surprisingly sociable.
仲良くなれそう。
Don't do anything stupid. If you do anything to Kujo, you can kiss your life in this town goodbye.
そんな大げさな。
Are we?
あ、 お父さんコロナに勤めてる。
If she gets hurt, if she gets hurt, heads are gonna roll.
靴でも舐めといた方がいいかな。
You're the only one who'd enjoy that.
ベロッベロに舐めてべちゃべちゃにしたい。苦いとなおよし。
Are you for real? I sigh and bite into my yakisoba sandwich. That was strange. She was oddly serious. While I could always chalk it up to that overwhelming sense of responsibility of hers, something's bugging me. Oh, that's probably no big deal.
ねえ、かける。
Yeah.
もし僕がやらかしたら、かけるも一緒に九条さんの靴舐めようね。
I ain't licking shit.
ごめんなさい。お待たせ。
Kujo arrives leading her back. Me, Yoichi, and Kujo. What an odd combination.
それじゃあ行こっか。
Yeah, whatever.
公園ってあっちの？
そうそう。10分もかからないくらいの。
One thing it's a weird time to talk about this, but in regards to the stone statues, I wonder if there's a way that the person who did it will be able to reverse it in a sense, you know? Because when I remember the time when the girl had her nail removed on the first statue, it wasn't bleeding. I can't recall too well enough, but isn't blood doesn't bleed out as much if a person's dead. So it did look like it was bleeding a bit, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking randomly here. Anyway, I'm just hoping that's reversible, and if so, we just don't touch that nail this time, I should say. Let's see.
カバンよかったらカゴに。
いいの？ありがとう。
新見くんも。
I'll be fine. Looks pretty full already.
じゃあハンドルにかける？
かけるだけにハンドルにかける？
Very funny.
ダジャレのつもりはなかったんだけど、ごめんなさい。
No need to apologize. The reason why I'm not talking about the Japanese translation there is because I did it last time. It's about the Japanese. They did a pun on it and it doesn't translate well.
真面目だな、九条さん。九条だけに。
Another pun, yeah.
九条だけに。九条だけに。
Don't take him seriously. This dimwit talks out of his butts about 90% of the time.
失礼だな。10割だよ。
Case in point.
僕たちのノリについてこられなくて、九条さんが引いてる。
Just you and your nonsense, actually. Things are a little strange the whole way to the park. Yoichi natters on, and I respond half-heartedly. Kuji, in contrast, doesn't really speak. I don't think Yoichi is right about why she's gone quiet, though. She's not having trouble keeping up, rather she's deep in thought. Something has her on edge. Yeah. And I think that is because she's wondering about the whole user's abilities and things like that. Could it be that paranormal phenomenon we talked about yesterday? Or maybe she has a clue about the statue. Well, either way, we'll know soon enough.
あれかな?
Yoichi points as we reach the park. Yikes, not what I expected. Yep, there's a nail. A realistic statue is sitting on the bench. A statue of a female student. So while we are here, I wanted to examine it a bit. Because we were talking about last time about how if the person was someone they knew or was it from a distance. How was it exactly that everything was going on, you know? So one thing I noticed here is her hands are natural. The way she's sitting is natural. Nothing out of the ordinary. The only thing out of the ordinary is her face. She's like wincing in pain. Or like she was like bitten, or like she felt something. It also looks like she's just looking at her phone in a sense. And not at a distance. Or it's not like she's talking, she's not with somebody, it doesn't look like, you know? I mean, obviously sometimes people would have their phones out when talking or doing things with other people, but you'd think that it wouldn't be the case. It's almost like she's waiting for somebody or waiting for something. And is indeed wearing a familiar school uniform. The statue makes her look like a rather charming girl.
苦しそうな顔。
Yeah, definitely. It's shockingly detailed, enough that even someone like me, who knows nothing about art, can tell. But in spite of that, there's no one else checking it out, presumably because of how damn spooky it is. The girl is seated on the bench with a smartphone in her hand. The pose makes it look like she has to take a quick break, but her face is anguished. The sight of a sweet-looking girl in apparent agony has probably been scaring off anybody curious enough to come check it out. You can almost feel the incredible terror she's experiencing.
考える人ならぬ苦しむ人みたいな。
Why would they put something like this in the park? Shouldn't they keep stuff like this in... what do sculptors call their place again? Place? An atelier?
飾れない理由があるのかも。
師匠が俺を認めてくれないから世間に認めてもらうぜ。
Even if their goal was to make some waves, this is an outrageous amount of effort. Imagine how long the statue must have taken to make.
だよね。どうやって運んだんだろう。自分でここまで来たのかな。
Well, it does look like it could start moving at any moment.
っていうか、いい匂いしそう。胸とかも柔らかそう。
No touching.
ここまで来たらセクハラの限りよ。ってあれ？
Did it... Oh, what's wrong?
ここ変じゃない？
Don't touch it. Hey, I said no touching. During my warning, Yoichi fusses with the statue. Can't believe he's going to copy feel from a statue. What's this dude's problem? Dude's deal.
ほら、見てよ。ここ。
あ、爪の部分。
うん。ここだけ石じゃないよ。
生爪？
Hey, cut it out with the spooky stuff.
でもそれっぽくない？本物の爪を貼り付けたみたい。
Putting real fingernails on such a lifelike statue? That's just messed up.
メッセージ性を感じますね。ここに本物の爪を使うことによ
Oh
っ
god,
て。
he did. Yep. Oh. Yoichi brushes the nail and it falls right off. The statue's fingernail just fell off. Unfortunately, nothing has changed.
Yabe.
I remember how freaked out I was first time I saw this. I'm still freaked out by this. Yoichi whispers after several seconds of silence. For crying out loud. That's why I told you, no touching.
どうしよう。やばいかな。やばいよね。怒られる。捕まる。僕捕まっちゃう。
How would I know, dude? Oh, man, you screwed up this time.
どうし ばいいよね。ごまかせるよね。
待って。
ダメかな。やっぱボンドじゃダメかな。
指から
ね。
血が。
Huh? I look at the statue's finger. You see, that's quite gushing in a sense, you know? Not gushing, but I mean bleeding quite a bit. Are you freaking kidding me?
気のせいじゃない。本当に血が出てる。どうして？なんで？
石像が出血するなんて。
Hey, hold on. Just calm down. Isn't it just ink?
でも血っぽいよ。すごく血っぽいよ。
Maybe they just made something that looks like blood? Seriously, everybody needs to chill out. There's just no way that statues can bleed. I try to calm the others down while I pick up the fingernail that fell on the ground near the statue's feet. The underside is awfully raw looking. Almost like there's a portion of skin attached. The red drops on it look like dried blood too. Is it the sculptor's fingernail? And the blood too. Maybe they drew some of their own and put it in a statue? That'd be insane. Yep. Okay, this is when she's realized it. Interesting. I can't recall what I said about this when I found her saying this. I don't know what I thought. My thoughts stop upon hearing Kujo's murmur. What was that? All I get in response is an apology. She doesn't even try to answer the question. I hope her imagination isn't running wild, connecting this with the paranormal phenomenon from before.
ねえ、これどうしよう。どうする？逃げる？
This is a vicious prank. We can't just leave something like this in the park.
警察に連絡した方がいいかも。
Oh yeah, maybe. Actually, yeah. Let's do that.
やだよ。怖いよ、警察。捕まっちゃうよ。
So last time we let them go on their own. So I wonder if we will have a decision here soon. And once the part is gone, then I'll end the episode. So let's go a little bit more. You're being paranoid. Do you have work today?
そうね。バイト。
Yoichi, you know Nine Ball, right?
はい、知ってます。
Walk Kujo over there for me. I'll talk to the police.
了解っす。
でも。
No decision? You shouldn't let this nonsense make you late for work. That's fine. Just leave it to me.
ほらほら、九条さん。行きましょう。ここは男前のかけるに任せておけばいいから。
わかった。じゃあ。
Yeah, and when I'm done, I'll stop by the cafe and report.
じゃあ、僕はお茶飲みながら待ってるね。行こう、九条さん。
The two of them depart, Yoichi with a spring in his step and Kujo looking unconvinced. I let out a sigh. A combination of simple annoyance at the situation and first-time jitters by making a police report has got me nervous all around. I backed myself into a corner here by trying to show off in front of Kujo. A bloody fingernail. A statue that bleeds. Well, I can't just walk away from this whole thing. I set the fingernail on the statue and pull out my phone. My heart is pounding like mad as I slowly dial 110 on my phone and call the police. Okay, I'll end it there. I thought something was going to happen, but I guess not. Maybe something here but we'll see later. So, nothing much has really changed this round, the scope around. Just voiced a few changes to my opinions to things I've noticed, and a little part was sorta was new, but really that was it. So I was pretty surprised. Roughly 30 minutes of nothing really new. I mean, I don't mind, it's just kind of want something to really shift things or really to change things greatly so that we can have a bit something new, you know? Yeah, nothing much to really say. Just that we've noticed that Kuja was already started to notice her own ability and things like that, and I'm sure because she knows about the artifacts now, about powers. So she's really gotten a grasp of her own ability at this situation. Yeah. So nothing new this episode, so that'll be it. Yeah, we'll see you next time. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what your thoughts were in this episode, and I'll see you all next time.